Good morning. We're looking at Romans 5, and we're going to be in verse 16 this morning. And the free gift, which we talked about yesterday, is not like the result of that one man's sin, Adam's sin. For the judgment following one trespass brought condemnation. So this has to do with the imputation of sin. This one sin brought condemnation broadly. One led to the condemnation of many. But the free gift, following many trespasses, brought justification. And I want to key in on this idea of brought justification. We've already talked about justification, the idea that you've been declared to be right. The root in Greek for justification, the root for the idea of justify, and the root for the idea of righteousness are the same. So an important note here is a doctrine which is known as imputation, which is different than infusion. Infusion is something you get that becomes a part of you. Imputation here is something that's kind of credited to your account. The imputation of Christ's righteousness is seen, I think, appropriately in a verse that I've referred to often. I think it's a central verse about the gospel, 2 Corinthians 5:21. For our sake he made him to be sin who knew no sin, so that in him, in Jesus, we might become the righteousness of God. Now, we become the righteousness of God, but we become that, according to the verse, in him, in Jesus. That is to say that it is not our righteousness. It's not infused in the sense that somehow now we have characterologically become righteous, but rather it's imputed. It is found in Christ, in our identity in him. It's his righteousness that we have. It's a righteousness not our own righteousness. Let me say that again. It's a righteousness that is not our own. It is not our own righteousness. Now that's important because we stand on the consistent laurels of Jesus. We live there and we rest there. And this is what allows us to not be predicated and predicate our lives on our performance, but because we received a righteousness that's not our own. We've emphasized this, but I wanted just to burrow down a little more with you on the idea of imputation today. The Lord bless you.